Rudy Giuliani's former aide, Noella Dunphy, is suing him for sexual harassment while she worked for him between 2019 and 2020. The shit in this complaint is pretty inflammatory.
Disgusting.
The 70-page suit claims, among that he made her work naked, he made her perform oral sex, he drank all day and night, made racist remarks, sexist remarks, made anti-Semitic remarks, didn't pay his bills. Here's the one that is really fucking interesting. It claims that Rudy said that him and Trump were selling pardons for $2 million a pop.
Yeah. You know what's really interesting about this story?
And I'll say one more thing.
What?
She has apparently a ton of recordings and receipts.
Yeah.
This isn't just her saying this shit. She has receipts on this shit.
The sale of the pardon side of this story, like the sexual assault, sexual harassment that was like rampant, is pretty basic, like very commonplace in Republican circles, in politics in general. It's inexcusable. It's gross. But what's actually a little bit different is the pardon sale scheme that Rudy Giuliani allegedly was engaged in. Now, what I find interesting about that is that this is not the first time that this has ever been mentioned. As a matter of fact, there was a CIA whistleblower under the Obama administration that went to jail for 2 years, and he was one of the people that originally went to Rudy Giuliani and hired a Republican lobbyist and went to Rudy Giuliani to potentially get a pardon from Donald Trump. And this experience was actually covered in the New York Times 2 years ago. So what I find really interesting about it is that like there has already been stuff out there, and they never really investigated it any further, which I find very odd.
Stunning, because it would be so easy to tell if this happened. You could easily follow. You can look at who was pardoned, and follow the money and follow the connections of each one and find out why each one was pardoned. You could fucking easily investigate this and find out.
Well, there could also have been an attempt potentially and not necessarily follow through on it. So that's something to also keep in mind. So, and it's still an attempt to do this is still illegal. So this was alleged. The CIA whistleblower linked up with them, met up with them, had a conversation.
Wow. He said the 2 million number too?
Yeah.
Yep.
So they somehow knew the same exact number. That is interesting.
Well, this was publicly known, so you know, you can maybe argue that she was just referencing this.
Okay. Well, she has receipts.
I mean, I believe her. So
I don't know if she has receipts on this one.
But that's the argument they will probably make.
Yeah. So the only new component of this story that she's alleging is that there was a scheme to divide the fee 50-50, 1 million for Trump, 1 million for Rudy. That's actually new information, and that's the new thing that they're alleging.
Pretty generous cut for Rudy.
Yeah. Well, he's the one who's facilitating it. Well, technically, according to the CIA whistleblower, he went to lunch with Rudy.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, so let's talk about this pardon. And Rudy immediately got up and left the table. And then his aide that was at the table was like, you talk to me about this stuff.
Mafioso shit.
Yeah.
Racketeering.
Which is weird. Like, you're a prosecutor. How do you fucking not know that, like, Rudy Giuliani is most notorious for fucking using RICO charges as a prosecutor in New York before he became the fucking mayor against the mob.
Right.
But you know that doesn't fucking absolve you, you fucking idiot.
Although well, he's not very bright, is he? You think Trump is regretting this Giuliani association yet?
No, I don't think so, because Trump,
they're besties,
Trump has always surrounded himself with people exactly like Rudy Giuliani. Just like, not people necessarily that he has hired because they're the best at their job, but people he knows will also con at his behest.
Well, so this secretary was apparently hired, according to her, for off-the-books sexual favors. He owes her apparently like $2 million that he never paid her. He was paying her $1 million a year salary.
Should pay her a lot more for fucking sucking him off.
Bro, I tell you.
There's no amount of money on the planet, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
that anyone could be paid to suck Rudy Giuliani's disgusting cock.
It's a sexual
Among
dance.
the things that she apparently has recorded, potentially, allegedly, is him saying, black guys hit women more than anyone else, so do Hispanic guys. It's in their culture. as he forced this woman to suck his dick.
Right, yeah.
Dumfrey claimed that Giuliani mocked Jews over Passover. Jews just want to go through their freaking Passover all the time. Man, oh man. Get over the Passover. It was like 3,000 years ago. The Red Sea parted. Big deal. That's not the first. That's kind of a good bit.
I mean,
to be honest,
when because you're a New Yorker. When you're a New Yorker, you got. I feel like that's the type of thing like a Jewish comedian would say.
I agree.
You know
it's
what
a
I
good
mean?
bit.
And it's same with like Donald Trump. Like he has like that sassy. You know, he has that sassy George Costanza energy sometimes. Like this, I feel like is similar to that.
Well, then he also said allegedly that Jews' penises are inferior due to natural selection. I'm not sure what that even means.
Okay, that's not very Larry David.
I don't know what the fuck that even means.
That's just weird, man. What
Natural
the fuck?
selection?
Yeah, she claims Rudy knew that the 2020 election was a fraud and intentionally lied about it. Oh, wow, surprise. She continued to perform the work, claimed that Giuliani callously tossed her aside, never paid her, and left her traumatized by the abuse she had suffered. Fantastic. What a guy, huh? So, okay, that's Giuliani, the most vile, disgusting person probably to ever walk this earth, the Penguin.
He's one of them.
And when he ejaculates, it's not semen, it's just tonsil stones.
Oh, God.
Enough with the tonsils.
I just can't, I can't get the image of Rudy Giuliani's disgusting hair dye.
See, that's what I was
leaking.
picturing.
Every time I think
That's
about
what I
Rudy
think it
Giuliani, I
is.
think
He's
of that.
sweating while getting a BJ.
Here's a fun little thing from the court proceedings, like from the court documents. They actually pointed to the Sacha Baron Cohen Borat subsequent movie film scene where Rudy Giuliani knowingly tries to have sexual intercourse with a minor.
Spot on
camera, not knowing that there's a camera there, obviously. So they actually pointed to that and said, this is exactly what he did to me.
100%, man.
Yeah.
And he touches his dick.
No. He was adjusting his pants.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. That's what he was doing. That's how you adjust your pants.
Yeah, I was taking my dick out and then.
I never understood that because even if that was true,
Here.
he still went to a hotel room with a minor, right? Like that part is indisputable.
Just to talk shop, though.
Well, they were doing an interview.
See?
Yeah, it's so funny. Well, they were doing
Was
an
she
interview. The
underage?
interview
I don't
ended.
remember. In the movie, she was meant to be underage.
I think in the movie she was. In real life, the actress wasn't underage.
Was she? I didn't know that.
I think she was supposed to be 15.
Yeah, no,
She's
she
24 in
says,
real
she
life.
says,
She's supposed to be 15?
Yeah, she says
Holy fuck.
multiple times that she's underage.
Yeah.
And Rudy
Look at this
Giuliani
guy.
is aware of it in the scene. What's insane to me is that
He is the biggest idiot in the world, man.
like this is literally EDP shit. You know what I mean? This is like
Yeah.
Chris Hansen. Like whenever like a pedophile gets caught, right, on camera and Chris Hansen comes over like, why don't you take a seat? Like they're always like, oh, I was just here adjusting my pants. How does that work for Rudy when it doesn't work for like every other fucking pedophile schmo that has tried to do the same thing?
I was just getting a cupcake.
What was on the agenda tonight?
Oh, this is
Classic.
awesome.
Such a classic fucking bit to be like, oh, I was just here for cupcakes, actually.
This is just the saddest looking situation. I mean, what the fuck, bro? Oh, that would be the saddest fucking blowjob that ever took place on this earth. His flaccid penis, like
Oh,
you know
God.
he can't get it up.
Oh no, you know he's got
And
some
it
Viagra.
stinks.
You know,
Dude, Viagra's can't help
Actually,
him.
that's alleged in
His dick
the law.
stinks?
No, that he's like he's popping Viagra like all day, every day.
Yeah,
It's in the
that's
lawsuit.
right. And he would talk about how like, oh, we gotta do something about my boner. Like he said shit like that.
It's so gross.
So he's
He really is
always
the penguin.
So he takes Viagra like a daily
He's just
supplement.
popping them like candy, like fucking breast.
Good
milk.
for my heart, Ethan.
I'm sure.
Come
dude.
on.
All right, let's move. So we might actually have time to hit everything. Now let's do Elon's. Oh my God. Okay, this is important.
What, Elon Klansman Musk?
No, this.
What do you think of this?
I don't know. I don't know what it means, but it means something.
This is okay. You guys, these are horrors beyond human imagination. I never thought.
Take it in, brother.
Wow.
Feel it.
Horrific. The conservative movement is popping, man. These are some of your heroes, guys.